Hi everyone, Sandra Duran Wilson here, and welcome to this week's Mixed Media Soul Sparks. Every week we explore everything to do with mixed media, painting, drawing, composition, color. This week I'm going to look at using a product called Clear Tar Gel by Golden. I think other brands make it. They call it string gel, and it's going to be a way that we're going to create line. So for this week, I have begun with a panel. I'm using a gesso board. You can do this on panel or canvas. And I've painted it with a black gesso. Now I've taken the product called the tar gel. I think they call it clear tar gel. And I've put it into this bottle so that I can get a line from it. But the other way, let me just show you. I have it in a little jar because my jar is a really big jar. Let me show you what it does. So if I put my knife in here and I pull this up, do you see how this is called the rheology of a product, meaning the stringiness. So I can actually take this and, let me just do something here. I'm going to put a paper towel on this part. I'm going to flip it around so you can see it coming toward you from the other camera too. But if I take this and I start here, and then you see I can start to draw with it. So depending on how fast I move this, depends on the line. Now if I took this and let's say I wanted to mix a little bit of water, I would use distilled water and mix it, but it's going to have to sit to get this attribute back, because if I mix it, it's going to change that. It's not going to want to stay stringy. Okay? So when I put it in the bottle like this, it's easier for me to draw with. And I could come in here and I can draw shapes. But let me just show you something. You see how thick that line is compared to this line. The product is going to want to flatten out. So if you get it really thick like this, or a wider line, then as it starts to dry, it's going to spread out. So just be aware of that in creating your design. So with this bottle, I can even hold it up rather than, see how different it is than if I had it against the wood. So this might be a better way to get a thinner line. Whatever shapes you want. I already have one made because this is going to have to dry. So once you get your shape on there, your design, then, well, let me just show you one other thing while I'm drawing here. I've got this other gesso board. What if you wanted to add color to this? And you can add color. You can't add a lot of color, but it doesn't take much because this product is so clear. Move this one out of the way. And it's going to dry clear when it dries. But I have taken the tar gel and I've mixed it with black paint. Let's see if I can get this off of here. There we go. So instead of having the black gesso, and I'll show you what we'll do next, I'm going to have a black line. There we go. Now this one, because it's really thin, thin meaning that this needle is very thin. I can even do little dots, and I can put it against the panel and almost do like writing. So that's another way to get the line. And you could do it with any color you want. The hardest thing about these things is getting this little needle back inside of that. A bit tricky. All right, so what am I going to do with all of this? And this is where we're going to go with it. And let me just get this one out here. So this one, I did my pattern on here using the tar gel. It's completely dry, so you can see that the gesso is matte. The tar gel is very shiny. And we're going to use that attribute. And now I'm going to use gesso. And I am going to, there we go. Now, this is something you're going to need to be fairly quick about. So be ready to do the whole thing at once, meaning don't do this and then go have lunch. So here we go. I'm going to get all of this on here. You see my gesso is fairly thick, so it's going to really go down around that pattern. Now I have a key card here. I'm going to show you a couple of different tools to use. This is a silicone tool, and it's going to remove the paint. So now I can start to see that pattern. However, maybe I want more of the gesso to stay on there. So I can put this back on and give it a little more time to dry. What I'm doing is I'm coming back in here where the gesso is not covering up the black. So I'm getting that back in. You could probably try this with white paint. However, white paint is not going to be as opaque as the gesso. Let's go over on this side, and I'm going to try it with the key card. And do you see how, let's start to clean this off. I'm starting to get the pattern, but rather than holding it up at a high angle, I'm holding it low. And that's keeping it from taking as much gesso off. Because if I hold it up like this, I remove more. So you can control, you see how I took more off there. Put some back in if I want. And also the amount of pressure you put on it. So then when you get the amount off that you want, and you could try going at taking it a different direction too. That's kind of creating an interesting little line in there. Adding another element of pattern. That this will get dry, and then you come back in. I'll show you this one on the paper. This is where I come back in with wet paint, not wet paint, but a very thin viscosity of paint. And this is completely dry. And now you can see what happens here. This is a quinacridone gold. That first color was transparent red iron oxide. And even if I start to layer these colors, it's a very interesting way to get a pattern. So you don't have to do it over your whole surface. You could actually start to block off areas where you want to get your design. Let me just show you one other quick thing on this one. Here I had this background color already on there, and I took a stencil and put the stencil on and then used my knife to put the tar gel on. Then let it dry. Now my paint is not so thin anymore. It's a little thicker. And I'm going to do a similar thing that I did using the gesso, but with the paint. And it's now you can start to see the texture a little bit of the, let me get a darker color. And just use this. There we go. That's popping it. Can you see that? So you can use the tar gel in several different ways. As the string to draw, or with a stencil. And what I would do with this is after I get this dry, I might come back in and use some alcohol to actually remove some of the paint, because the tar gel it'll be easy to remove the paint from the tar gel. So this is the piece that I will finish, and I'll put it into the final video and let you know what I did to finish the piece. But tar gel as a way of creating line, either through a fine tip, through the squeeze bottle, or just with your knife. So try some different colors. The black really makes a high contrast to where you can get these interesting values. However, you can see with these other colors, you can get some great things as well. So experiment with that. I'll show you how I finish this one and give you some notes, and I'll see you next week. Join the Creative Awakening community on Facebook, where you'll be able to post your art, connect with other creatives around the world, and ask questions. Use the hashtag #MixedMediaSoulSparks when posting your work on social media. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week.